Tonight I have an amazing honor to introduce a man who exemplifies what it means to lead like a pilot. I have the honor of introducing Roger B. Orloff as the next big pie of Pilot and Fire fraternity. The Big Pie Award is awarded to alumni brothers who are held in high esteem by virtue of outstanding accomplishment, which brings honor to themselves and to the fraternity. It is PILAM's Lifetime Achievement Award. The Big Pie chapter has become the who's who of well-regarded alumni. Roger is a second-generation pilot. He has spent the last 6 decades modeling excellence and professionalism. He has generously invested his time, talent, and treasure to important causes and worthy organizations like Pilot and Fire. Roger is a passionate advocate for the elimination of prejudice. As our next Big Pie is about to tell you, when we take the time to see someone as a person and not as a label or a stereotype, the impact is profound. In 1956, the Capitow brothers at Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in Troy, New York, made such an impact. By accepting Roger for who he was and for what he might become, the RPI brothers built Roger's confidence, inspired him to live the creed, and helped set the foundation for Roger's future successes. Professionally, Roger spent over 30 years facilitating mergers and acquisitions, primarily for owner-managed middle-market companies. His company, the Acquisition Search Corporation, became known as the go-to experts for knowledgeable investment banking advice. Roger has lectured and written extensively on corporate acquisitions and strategic planning. He earned his master's in business administration with distinction from the Harvard Business School and a bachelor of engineering from RPI. For 16 years, he chaired the Atlanta Leadership Breakfast Series, a forum for CEOs and civic leaders, sponsored by the Harvard Business School Club. He's a past director of the Harvard Business School Alumni Association, vice president of the RPI Alumni Association, and the RPI Alumni Association awarded Roger his highest honor, the Distinguished Service Award. He is the chapter vice president of the Association for Corporate Growth. Roger serves as director and is past chairman of the Canadian American Society of the Southwest, is vice chair of the RPI Annual Fund, treasurer of the RPI Alumni Association, Georgia chapter, and is a member of the Society for American Baseball Research and of its 19th Century Baseball and Origins Committees. Roger also serves as secretary of Pilot and Fire's Educational Foundation. In addition to these impressive professional and personal accomplishments, Roger has had a profound impact on the longevity and vitality of this fraternity, and in one chapter in particular. As a young alumnus working in Cleveland, he volunteered to advise a struggling Ohio Beta Tau chapter at Baldwin Wallace in 1966. The chapter was down to 9 men. The Divine Nine, they were called, needed guidance to avoid looming extinction. Roger became their champion at a critical time. Though Roger had to resign as advisor when he accepted a work transfer in 1967, he visited the Dean of Men, Stanley Maxwell, as one final act of duty for Ohio Beta Tau. Roger appealed to the Dean to take extraordinary measures to help save the chapter. For those of you that know Roger, when he appeals, you listen. The Dean accepted Roger's advice and gave Ohio Beta Tau special rushing opportunities not offered to other fraternities. A series of large pledge classes launched resurgence for OBT. Within 2 years, the chapter went from 9 members to 69. Subsequently, on Out of those 2 years, we already have 4 big pies. Several members of this fraternity leadership team and our current executive director, Ian Lowe, listen to Ian now. And as was announced earlier in the evening, the Ohio Beta Tau chapter is this year's recipient of the George Beck Outstanding Chapter of the Year Award. This is the 6th honor in 10 years for that chapter. Roger Orloff's intervention and advocacy for our brothers 50 years ago today created a lasting legacy. By my count, at least 8 brothers, Ohio Beta Tau brothers, including me, Ian Lowe, Executive Director, Jack Marsh, Big Pie, Dave, Sam, Shawn, Will, we would not most likely be here if it was not for Roger's advocacy for the Ohio Beta Tau chapter a half century ago. For this and many other reasons, it is my high honor to welcome Brother Roger B. Orloff into the coveted Big Pie chapter of the Pi Lambda Phi fraternity. Roger, will you please join me on stage?